Hi everyone, my name is Aaron Manuel Abilerin and I'm back in September 12, and what a very interesting week this weekend. I mean, what a very interesting week. Um we The first week is pretty, how do I say this? It's kind of, um first things first. Um First things first is I noticed that I've improved a lot when trying to recite in our school. And in class I always participate in discussions. So I'm I'm very happy that I became this kind of person, the person who is always participative in class, even if sometimes my answers isn't really, let's say, valid on some point, because there's kind of this. I sometimes, I mean, kind of often, um at least my answers are okay. Let me clarify that in articulating my thoughts, um, I often look around the room. Now I try my best in looking directly in the camera instead of anywhere. So this a test for me to um try um directly looking in the eyes of the person that I'm talking to. So in this week, I participate on every class that we discussed. And even if the quizzes that we took is quite okay, I looked there, but every quizzes that I took is hard, and I didn't completely, let's say, perfect the quizzes, but at least, um I got at least, let's say, confidently, an A scores instead of S perfects. I got like three mistakes, two mistakes, or a confidently five mistakes. But that's a pretty good start, because I participated like San Francisco is in the first week of quarter one. And that is, from there, I am fulfilled already. And what I um what I mostly um what I mostly am happy about is that for the first time in quarter one, I became an honor. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? I am a honor now. I'm very happy. Aaron Emmanuel Avillerin with honors of grade 12. And this proves that everyone can be academically excellent, whether you are raised from a different kind of culture, different kind of family, different kind of town, you will still have a chance of academically successful. With just enough courage and motivation, you can do it. No one can um no one always remember that no one predicts your success. It's up to you for that success. And this proves that it is true because from way back, um let's say grade 9 is I am a very shy person. I'm introverted because of the pandemic that I mean because of the pandemic it developed the the pandemic the pandemic developed me into becoming a person that is really not interested in social interactions. So that's why I became someone I used to be. But now I'm trying to fix that with the methods that reading a lot and focusing on something really important instead of something that my body wanted but really not needed. So that's what I focused on in fixing the problem that I build upon. Now that I'm fixing it, this is what I get. I became a honor of Humes 1. By the way, Humes our section is the most competitive section in grade 12. In current grade 12, in this batch of grade 12 of Humes 1. Of Humes. Wow, I'm part of the people who are academically successful throughout their high school years. And that is interesting. And that is amazing. Okay, one more thing I want to discuss is the discussions. I mean, the quizzes. I should be more um I should improve more. I should the I should enhance I should enhance more my memorizing skills. So I made a plan that could help that is after discussing I should make a notebook that is here. In this notebook everything that I should do is up here. I list them all, and in this list I should do it right away. And what is important, the thing that is important in here, the thing that's important here is to clearly um type down everything that is in here and conceptualize it in the app in the note taking app, which this is not sponsored. I definitely recommend um recommend downloading this application. It's called Obsidian, and Obsidian is a note taking app that gives you um a, a endless cloud of writing down your notes. And this is very helpful when if you're a student like me. And this is what helped me. I mean, in week 1, I mean in quarter 1, I didn't do this kind of technique. So in the previous quarter one, is I instead have this small notebook that I written down. Um, you know, this, that's a bad idea actually. It's So if you ask why that's a bad idea, it's because small notebooks are really easy to. It's much more um it's much more easy to break. It's much more quicker to like get wet by the rain. I mean, I'm not saying that notebooks this size are um much more resistant to water to small notebooks, but what I'm telling is that the way I use small notebooks is I always put them in my pocket, so that that small notebook becomes like bent or whatever. So it ends up the things that I written down are very let's say let's say it's not visual is I cannot visually understand what is written in that notebook because like it's bend and it's messy. I cannot read it correctly. So in here, um the notebook so that's how so now that I've learned from the past mistake, I the way I note take now, the way I take my notes is through this instead of those small notebooks, so that I could put all of those note taking and just you know write it down here, and that's more simple than the note taking system that I did in quarter one. So I'm very happy. So um one more thing is that you know I should definitely I should definitely read every PPT and memorize every single piece on the PPT so that I could mentally improve my memorizing skills, so that I could apply that in any variety of skills that I could pursue on. For example, if I memorize more, I could improve my memorizing skills and use it on playing instruments, on something like that. So one more thing that I should improve is I should participate more in class, and because by participating in class, um I get a performance score, which is far more greater than the written task with written scores, which is um which is from the quizzes that we take. Yeah, and then there. So lastly, I want to improve on like so summarizing the things that I would like to improve is that I should memorize more, participate more, and uh, performance. Yes, I don't remember the first one, honestly. Okay, just just the things that I remember is memorize, um, memorize, and memorize and uh, memorize and the quizzes and participate. Okay, the quizzes. So yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to add more info about the quiz part because in quizzes it's no longer a simple quiz where there is multiple questions on about the questions. It from the quizzes of the subjects CSC, creative writing and entrepreneurship, these three have very difficult questions. And I think it would continue from other subjects like introduction to philosophy, which also includes a like you need to evaluate this question more and think very deeply about what you are going to answer. And this is why I should review more so that I could ace the quizzes and so that I could improve the I could level up my average score. I mean average grade. And one more thing I would like to discuss so that when this notebook disappears, I could look it I could search it up in this video on what my vacation plan is going to be is adopt to all kind of quizzes which I already discussed here. I which I pre which I earlier which I explained earlier and pay attention to every detail of the lesson which I also explained earlier. And number 3, don't ever be basic. So to end the video, I should discuss what I meant in the don't ever be basic. So in here, in school, you should do the very best that you could ever do. You you should do what you could that you should do you must do the best you can in school because in school you develop um the person that you would be when you throw yourself in the actual um let's say the society itself because school is a tutorial to how we should live in society. And from from my observation in class, from my, the observe from the observation from my observation in school is that everyone in my class are really not interested in learning. And what like the thing that I let's say the thing that I really hated and what made me irritated from this environment is it really failed um the vision of school, which is vision. We dream of Filipino who passionately love our country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential. As a learner public institution, the Republic of Education continuously our learners. Continuously improve ourselves to better serve uh, our stakeholders. Oh, okay. This is very embarrassing. Why do I Okay, I'm very sorry that I couldn't um I couldn't say the vision of school education. That is very embarrassing. Why, Ron? Okay, let me try again. Vision. We dream of Filipino who passionately love our country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continues to continuously improve itself and preserve its stakeholders and actively engage in their responsibility for developing lifelong learners. Man, that's embarrassing. I'm very sorry. I should educate myself much further. So, what do I mean by do not be basic? What is funny here is that I actually am basic. So what do I mean by I'm actually am basic? Because in creative writing, when um mm, we are tasked to make our own design in the portfolio of creative writing, I made the output very basic. It's plain, it's simple. And that made me like decrease. That made my grade decrease. And that is very I should have done better. Instead of making a basic output, you should since it's basic, that is really not the best that you could do. The best but the best thing that you could do is do not be basic. Apply something that is unique and something that um is not often seen by everyone. Even if it takes a lot of time because remember, in school we are developed even if it even okay, the school develops us to be the better that we can be. And it really is takes a lot of time for you to become a better person. So remember that you should never rush things um to become something that you dream of or something that you never expected to be, which I showed here. I never imagined that I would become a honor in grade 12. And in here, the example that I showed here is that it takes patience. Never rush the guidance of the Lord. And now that I learned that, I should apply it in the in the next subject, which is UCSP. In here, you are going to make a genogram about our kinship, which is the consanguineal kinship, which is the most closest, and the affinal, which is the side of the relation. Actually, I still don't have a final relationship, a final kinship, because I still don't have a wife. I still don't have a relation to someone. So I'm sorry. It's actually just consanguineal kinship. So that's all. Do not be basic. So, oh, my hair is really weird. Okay. That's all. Man, my hair is messy. I'm very sorry for my very. I mean, I always say very. I'm so sorry, guys. I will improve my vocabulary, and someday I would fulfill this promise. And okay, time to complete the video. This video will take a lot of time to publish because it's now 25 minutes and 28 seconds. Wow, I'm now a honor. And this proves a lot that everyone, including the people who are not interested in education, can be an honor. And okay, bye bye.